Hello everybody! Today I am going to cast another one of Clan TA vs Clan 99, which is also the clan I belong to. Right now I am a caster for Clan 99 and this replay pack was actually old, so yeah. Anyways, so today we will have a 1v1 matchup. It is iCHORonehand. I honestly don't know how to pronounce his first part. iCHOR, but his name is One Hand, and apparently he is the clan leader of Clan 99. He is the founder, and this guy is one amazing Zerg player. I think he's one of the top Zerg players in. I think he's I don't know. But I know he is one amazing Zerg player, and he is also my clan leader. So yeah. So watching him play is so epic, and he is going to play against TAdeth today. So TAdeth is actually another very top TA player, and he's one of the more experienced players I think in TA. So it is very fun to definitely watch One Hand vs Death today. So this is the first game out of 3. So this is game 1, and right now, of course, there is no victory. This SCV here is denying this expansion from going up. So it's just running around, not letting the expansion to be made. So Death isn't behind by too much. He still is getting his 14 hatch, but as you can see, it did waste him a bit of time because he does have about 100 extra minerals after that. So it definitely wasted him some time. Oops, sorry for that. Right here we do have one scouting drone over there, and this drone will... No, this drone will not be able to go up there, and but it will scout the 2 barracks, so probably there are going to be some pressure by TAdeth. He's trying to micro this marine as well as possible, but this drone does escape, and that's not going to be too good. But this expansion is going up, and the spawning pool is 75% done. So, oh my goodness. Wait, give me a second. Okay, what is wrong? Gameplay. Oh, no wonder I am windowed. Anyways, sorry for that. Okay, so back to the game. Here is another SCV. Actually, a lot of drones are going to follow this SCV, and it dies. Yep, sadly it dies. So this hatchery is almost up, and we are seeing 2 Marines actually push out, and they're gonna try to snipe this Overlord out. I think this Overlord might... Nope. Okay, One Hand does save the Overlord by moving it to the dead space, and we do have 3 Marines over here, and 4 Marines, but we don't have an SCV to make any bunkers. So I'm not sure what's up. The Marines are actually... Oh, this Overlord living with 10 HP left. So there are still no bunkers. So it looks like it's going to be a bunkerless push for TAdeth over here. So here comes 4 Marines. This Spinecrawler will not be up in time. And here comes these 4 Marines. They definitely can micro out these 4, actually 6 Zerglings. So it looks like that TAdeth is going to group up a bunch of Marines first, but then One Hand does have a few Zerglings. These Zerglings are actually going to completely lose those Marines in its track, but it does try to get that Zelnanga Cavern Tower. So I don't know what these Zerglings are. Oh, actually, these Zerglings are heading straight to the base, but also these Marines are also heading straight to the base. But one Queen does spawn, and the Spinecrawler is completely up, but there is an open spot over here. But this Spinecrawler does get to pick out on 1 Marine, and here comes Zerglings from the back. These 2 Marines will definitely be dead because of this round, so these Marines definitely have to pull back, because it is way too risky to go in. But right here, we're actually seeing One Hand really losing that drone count because of those Zerglings. He could have made a lot more drones over there. So we're actually going to see a Spine-Caller actually get shot down. And here are some Zerglings. Not going to be a problem for TAdeth. He does have a lot of Marines over here. But one Hand is actually still pumping drones out. So he does have 4 Zerglings. And here are a lot of drone casualties. So, oh goodness. So, actually, trying to get a surround from One Hand, and apparently that surround does work with the drone, or does it? Actually, it does, but he did suffer a lot of casualties. If you look at the lost unit tab, he is losing by 150. So, but it should be fine, because he does have 2 expansions, and for a Zerg player, their macro is always going to be pretty good. Oh, actually, I missed this. TAdeth was actually going for expansion while that attack was being made, and he's actually making a 4-rack. So we're probably going to see quite a lot of bio for TAdeth. And here comes some Zerglings. I'm not sure what they're going to be up to. Actually, they're going to decide to move back, and one Zergling is going to be scouting. And let's see what this Zergling scouts. So here he comes. Little cockroach-like thing, and he scouts bunkers being put up, so there goes that Zergling. And the expansion is up for TAdeth. So right now, actually on the macro side, oh wow, TAdeth is actually in front. He is way in front, actually, for such an early game. He is actually six workers in front of One Hand over here. So that Marine pressure definitely put One Hand off in the economic side. And we are seeing 2 tech labs and two reactors. So we are seeing a 4-rack. We are not seeing a factory just yet. And here is, and I think, yes, it is an engineering bay. And if you guys actually notice, on Xel'Naga Caverns, this engineering bay does block out the whole back door, so it is a pretty good deal. It's only $25 more than a supply depot, but it holds off way more, and it is useful. Well, I'm not saying the supply depot isn't useful, but you do need about 2 supply depots to cover that. So this engineering bay will be done. And we are going to see some Marauders, Marines, normal, and we're actually seeing a Baneling Nest for One Hand over here while his lair is just about to complete, and it completes. So both sides actually not applying too much pressure to each other, but One Hand actually is going to go for that backdoor rock. So very normal thing, because with this expansion, it can definitely improve his larva count, larva spawning. So that would definitely put him in ahead. So we actually see all the upgrades except for Conch Shell, which I think we're going to see pretty soon for TAdeth over here. And here comes a factory right there. So this factory, I'm guessing, will be siege tanks, because it's kind of late to do Hellion. Not saying that Hellions aren't good, but it's just kind of late. But anyways, for One Hand, we are seeing a Spire. So, One Hand is probably going for that. Where is this Spire? Oh, this Spire is actually here. So, pretty smart placement, because he's not putting it behind, which most Zerg players do put behind. So he's putting it over here. So the scan, if the scan goes down, it wouldn't see the Spire. So, one SCV does scout that the backdoor rocks are, nope. Does it? Yes, it does scout that the backdoor rocks are gone, and now this SCV will be sacrificed to these Zerglings. So, bye-bye, SCV. So right now, we're actually seeing a starport for TAdeth. So, we are seeing a tech lab, so probably siege tanks. And for One Hand, we're seeing the good old Baneling Zergling Muta build, which is always pretty effective against Terran, unless you pull out those doors, siege tanks, and medevacs, and a bio army, which is equally effective, but it takes a bit longer. So we're actually going to see a big push over here. Burrow is being researched, so, and I think, yes, the Zerg player is making 16 Zerglings. he's morphing in 11 banelings, so he does see this bio army. It's got huge bunch of marines and only 4 marauders, so I think these banelings will definitely complete in time. Notice how he does put them back there where the scan does not see it. And these Zerglings are... Nope, they're going to move back. And the Banelings actually finish right when it comes. So One Hand does have the Baneling speed. And Burrow is done for him. So here comes the Banelings, actually. A stim on the Marines. Not going to be fast enough because of the creep. And, oh, lots of Marines dying right there. And they're stim, so they're definitely down in HP, and one Baneling's actually being morphed, so there is a push by him, but I think One Hand can definitely pull this off. These Marines are way down on HP because of the stim and the Baneling bust, so they're gonna decide to push back, while 20 Zerglings are being spawned. We're actually not going to see a reactor or a tech lab on the startboard just yet. One medevac is coming. There is the siege tank. Siege tech is it's done. It's done researching. But here is a small Zergling push for One Hand over here. So along with some Banelings, we're actually not seeing any mutas made yet. So right now, I think One Hand is too focused on trying to hold off any bio attacks that might go on. So he does have 5 Banelings over here. So this army won't be super effective because of those Banelings and the Baneling speed. And we have 2 siege tanks on the field. We are seeing another medevac and another factory for TAdeth over here. And One Hand actually still not going for this expansion. Oh, he is going for this expansion right now. And he's going to get his second. I don't know if he's going to go for this high yield. We actually usually see Zerg players go for the high yield. But because the Terran is pretty strong at the moment, it's not like the Zerg is way ahead. So obviously, I think One Hand does not decide to take the risky expansion. So here is another push for TAdeth. This creep definitely scouts everything. So I don't know if TAdeth might be going for a drop because he does have 2 medevacs, and these Marines won't be too useful against what? I don't know what. Oh, 22 Banelings and 42 Zerglings. So here's the push. And, oh goodness, another force stim. This siege tank does, oh, these 2 siege tanks are at terrible positions, but they actually don't even get knocked out. So, okay, Death does split his Marines into 3 groups, but that's not going to do too much because that group